Well, just out checking a few traps here today. We got our first otter catch of the season. So, a nice catch. Got him right behind the ears, right on the neck. So, good clean kill, clean catch. So yeah, first otter of the season. Anyways, I'll get him out of the trap now and get the trap set back. So, a little artificial lure that I used for bait worked, I guess. Perfect. Well, just out for another little check on the snares today. I got a Coyote snare right there. Nothing in it. But right here I put a rabbit snare and we got a catch. He's buried, so it's been a few days since I've been out here. Had a little batch of snow since last time I was out, but luckily nothing's been picking at this guy. Actually, yes it has. Something's been picking at him up under the snow here, but he's frozen solid, so not a lot of damage done to him. Just a little bit of meat gone off him right there. Anyways, got another rabbit. I'll get this one out of the snare now and set it back again. So, nice big rabbit this one is. So yeah, like I said, looks like there was a shrew or something picking at him a little bit here under the snow, but doesn't seem to be much damage done at all, so he's definitely salvageable. Anyways, another rabbit. This one, I'm surprised this one didn't bust the snare because he's a nice big rabbit. But yeah, the brass wire held on to this one. So anyways, we'll head in the trail now, see if we got any more catches. Well, nice to see a bit of fresh moose sign. So moose crossed this bag here the last couple of nights. Like a nice sized track on that one too. Yeah, first bit of moose sign I've seen in the last little while, so good to see there's still a scattered one left around. So moose sign coming in here and not too far away. Mr. Coyote was following right behind them. So, no luck in the Coyote snare so far this season. I've had a couple of close calls where they walked around the snare or ducked under it or whatever, but no catches as of yet. There's a few around though, so fingers crossed now we'll snag one before the season closes at the end of the month there. But we'll see. They can be pretty elusive, pretty tough to catch at times. Another rabbit snare here, nothing in that one. I think we already caught a couple in that one this season so far. And I got another one just in around the corner here. Check that one now. Nothing in that one, that one's buried up. I'll fix this one up now, raise it up a bit and head on to the next one. So, like I said earlier, this is the first little batch of snow we've had in a while now. We had some back in November, but that all melted, and then December was all mild weather for the most part. But we're into January now, and a few days ago we finally got a decent little batch of snow, so that's all right. At least you can see a few tracks and stuff around, see what animals are on the move. All right, that should be good for that one. Head on in the trail. Well, very next rabbit snare, and we got a squirrel, a little red squirrel. So that's the first squirrel I've caught this season. I don't like catching squirrels in rabbit snares, but it happens from time to time. Hard to avoid that altogether. Anyways, yeah, I'll take them out and skin them out, sin to waste them, so I'll take him out with me. I'll set this snare back. Hopefully we'll get a rabbit next time instead of a squirrel. So I'm just checking the last mink trap of the day here, and this is a first for me. So we got squirrel. Got a squirrel in our mink box. And he got in, got the mackerel that was in there for bait, and we caught him on the way out. The bait, the mackerel's still in his mouth. Well, it's the first time, like I said, first time for me catching a squirrel in a mink box. Did not even know the squirrel would be attracted to that mackerel for bait, but I guess they'll eat pretty much anything. Anyways, that's 2 squirrels today, one in a rabbit snare and one in a mink trap. Anyways, I'll take this guy out and set the trap back again. Didn't bring any fresh bait, so I'm just going to throw that back in there for now. Bring some fresh bait out with me next time. So it looks like there's a pair of coyotes traveling in this road. So it's traveling side by side here, and the last couple of times I've been out, there have been fresh, 2 sets of fresh tracks coming in the road like that. But anyways, there's a few good spots to set up snares, but I'm not going to bother with it because I know there's another guy who's been doing some snaring here in this area, right around here. So I don't want to step on anyone's toes or move in on his territory or whatever. Yeah, hopefully he'll have some success and snag 1 or 2 of those coyotes eventually. Well, just out checking a few coyote snares here today. Looks like we got ourselves a fox. So, not what I was aiming for, but that's the way it goes sometimes. It's like a little cross fox. Anyways, I'll get him out of the snare now and get a better look at him. Yeah, nice little cross fox. Nice looking fur on him. Real nice. Nice colors. Anyways, I'm going to set this back now. Hopefully the next thing that comes through here will be a coyote. Goose, not too sure about this. What do we got, boy? What is it? Good boy. How's it going, guys? So just out for the last check of the traps and snares here today. So coyote season, snaring season closes January 31st, which is in 2 days. And it's the weekend now, so I had to come out today and take up all the snares before I head back to work next week. So I just had a coyote snare bust off just back the trail. I didn't bother to get the camera out. But yeah, that was the second coyote snare that was busted off so far this season. And 2 of them got away, obviously. But anyways, just came up to this little brook where I had a mink box set, and I noticed the trap was gone. So I thought someone might have took it or whatever, but looks like we got a catch. So we got the first mink of the season on the last check. So I'll show you guys, give you guys a closer look at him. So I have my mink box set out right here between these 2 boughs. I think I took a video right at the beginning, one of the first episodes, where I set out this box and this trap, and finally had a mink come through here. So here he is, just froze onto the bank. Yeah, my box is down here, and I had the trap wired off here to this tree, so he wasn't going very far anyways, obviously. But yeah, I gotta try and get him unstuck from the ground here. He's froze on. I don't want to tear up the fur, so I might have to throw a bit of water on top of him, and we'll get him out of the trap and take a closer look at him. So, nice big mature mink, real nice one. Yeah, I got a good catch on him right around the neck, so I would have put him out pretty much instantly. Anyways, we didn't get skunked today, managed to get a mink out of it, so I'm gonna head on out the trail now, check the last few coyote snares that I got out, and that'll be a wrap for the trapping season this year. Alright guys, so I just wanted to share some of the trail camera footage that I got over the course of the trapping season here. So back in late December, when I first started to set coyote snares, I decided to put up a trail camera and just a little bait station just off the side of a woods road in a little clearing where I knew there was some coyotes hanging around here, and I've had some success here in past seasons with trapping coyotes. So yeah, late December now, and for bait here I'm just using scraps from grouse and rabbits and stuff that I harvested throughout the course of the fall, and I just dump whatever I have every few days. And before long, a pair of coyotes show up. So you're just seeing the one coyote here in these first few clips, but there is 2 coyotes traveling together, and you'll see the second one here in a little while. But something I found to be real interesting here, and I didn't really notice until I sat down and watched all of the clips when I was editing this video, but this light colored coyote that you see here on the screen, I believe that to be the female, and then there's one with a real dark coat that I believe to be the male. You can see the light colored one, she urinates, she squats down to urinate, so that's why I believe this to be the female. And she does that quite a few times throughout these video clips. And the interesting thing is that she tends to get all of the bait, almost all of the bait in all of these videos that I got is the light colored female that gets her pick of the bait, and she pretty much feasts on all of the bait, and the other one really doesn't get his chance to get any of the bait. So I found that to be real interesting. So yeah, here she is just scratching, trying to get some more bait out of the ground. It's probably froze to the ground. So at this point, I think she has most of the bait cleaned up, and here she is. She's marking her territory again. So now this here clip right here is one of the only clips, and this looks to be the darker coated one, which I believe to be the male. And on this clip he does come in, but I think the bait is all eaten by then, and he doesn't seem to get anything. So here I am on January 1st, dumping out some fresh bait, a couple of rabbits that I snared, I guess, and I cleaned, so I dumped that out January 1st. And the coyotes actually disappear for a few days here, and that allows time for this little fox to come in and get his crack at the bait. So the next few clips are this little cross fox that comes in and gets some of the bait. And just in case you're wondering, I don't believe this to be the same fox that I got in the coyote snare earlier in the video, because this is a different area. It's quite a ways away from where I caught that fox in the snare. So I think this is a different fox, and you're going to see a couple of more pretty cool clips of this fox here in a bit, where he's jumping up in the air and trying to get down through the snow to get at the bait in front of the camera here. So you see that right at the end of the video. But yeah, this little fox spends a bit of time here on January 1st, almost 7 p.m. now, and he's cleaning up the bait pretty good. So that tells me that the coyotes are not really close by, and he's getting his pick of the bait here. So before long now, the coyotes show back up again, I believe. So yeah, here I am January 8th now, and I've got another little bag of bait, some rabbit scraps and stuff. So I top up the bait pile here, and before long, here's that light colored coyote back again, January 8th at 6:49 p.m. And yeah, like I said, this is that light colored female, I believe, and the male always seems to stay off, just off in the distance, and he never gets to really come in on the bait pile. So she's real skittish in these clips. I think it was probably a real windy evening. You can see the trees kind of shaking and moving in the wind. So she's pretty nervous, pretty skittish. She grabs some bait here and takes off with it, runs down through the woods to eat it. But that male, he's here. You just can't see him. Yeah, so we haven't seen that dark male that I'm talking about yet, but you're going to see him come into the picture here real soon. But yeah, here's that lighter color one just eating away at the bait. And here she is marking her territory again, and just munching away at that bait. While I believe the other one is here. He's just out through the woods somewhere keeping a watch. Yeah, so here we go. Here comes that darker one, and he's the one further away from the camera, and he's trying to get in at the bait. But you can see that light color female, she's just not having it, and it's really interesting. She's definitely the dominant dog in this situation, and she drives that darker one off as he tries to come in and get some of that bait. So pretty interesting. Okay, so here's a clip in the daylight, and pay attention to the top right of the screen. You can see that darker colored coyote. He's out on the woods road. That's where the road is to. And I'm going to play this again. Just keep an eye up to the right of the screen. You'll see the dark one kind of run along the road. And I think he's just keeping a watch out so that lighter colored one can eat the bait. He just walks by there again. And you'll see him up closer here now in the daylight here shortly in the next couple of clips. Yeah, here's that light colored one here. She just gets all of the bait in all of these clips, so it's real interesting. Here she is munching on some rabbit scraps again. I believe the next clip you're going to see a better picture of that dark coated one that I believe to be the male. Okay, no, it must be the next one coming up. So just another clip of the female here on January 10th, digging down through the snow. And yeah, here's that dark one. You can see he always is forced to stay on the outside, and he's got a real nice dark coat on him, so he's a nice looking coyote. But yeah, he never gets to come in on that bait like I'm sure he wants to. So yeah, the rest of the clips are pretty similar to what you've seen. Just a light colored one, feasting away. And yeah, I don't know, I could be wrong on this. This is just the way I'm seeing it, so I'd be interested to get your guys' opinion on what you guys think is going on here. But like I said, I believe the light colored one is the female, and she's the dominant one, and she just protects that bait and gets her pick of it before she lets that other one come in on it. So yeah, drop down a comment and let me know what you guys think. Pretty interesting stuff. I guess she has the bait pretty much cleaned up here, and she's just wandering back out towards the road again. And the next clip, which is the final clips, is that little fox again, and this is pretty cool. So here he is. We had some rain and ice and snow and stuff, and the bait is frozen down underneath the snow, and he's determined to break down through that ice and get at the bait. So this was pretty cool. The camera lens was fogged up a bit on this one, so it's not that clear, but I thought this was pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next video.